welcome to my channel. Today's video I'm going to show you a very easy card design, but I'm going to show 3 different versions of it. I wanted to show how you can make a simple one-layer card and then slowly increment more changes to the card to make the design a little more fancy. So this is the first version, which is a simple one-layer card. As I said, it's just a card base which has been designed on top of it, and the inside is very simple. The next version of the same design, I have matted that panel, and I've also added some stickers of a rainbow, but it's still the same basic design, and the inside is the same, it just has a sticker. And the third design is the same thing again, except I popped this panel up on foam tape, and I have added some rhinestones and a little bit of gold glitter tape, and the inside is the same as the second one. This is a very simple design. Let me put them all together, and I'm not even going to do a lot of talking in the video because it will be very easy to see it as I go through it. It probably will take more time to go through the materials that I use than it would be for the entire design of the card. So I'm going to do this one a little differently. I'm going to break the video into 3 sections, and I'm going to list the materials for each one of the cards in the corner of the video so that you can see it as I go, rather than start the video with a very long list of materials. All of the materials will be listed on the comment section of this video, so you can refer to it also. Okay, let me clear this away and we'll start with the video. This first card, the materials that it needs is very minimal. I just need a card base. That's the only thing paper-wise. The stamp set that I'm using throughout the entire cards is Friendly Advice, and this is a Fiskars stamp set. I'm also going to be using Post-it removable tape. If you don't have this, you can use painter's tape or masking tape, but I got this from Amazon. This is 2 inches wide, and this is a lot of it. I've had it for a while and I've only just scratched the surface of it. The inks I'm using today is Versafine Onyx Black, and Distress ink I'm using Fired Brick and Wild Honey. You could do this without distress inks because I'm not doing anything specifically for distress ink other than the ease of the blending. You could also use these same colors or similar colors in distressed oxide. You could use Hero Arts or Stampin' Up! Or whatever inks you had. It will be fine. What I'm going to do is start off by showing you how to make this colored panel here. I use the stencil and the distress inks, and I'm basically going to run through how to create this card, and then for all the other cards I'm just going to let the video run and play the music that my brother provides so that you don't have a very long video. Okay, let me clear this stuff away and we'll get started. First, I need to do a little setup on the card base. So I'm going to use the lines in my grid mat to help me line up the tape. I'm going to need 2 pieces of this tape. And I just need to pull out a big enough piece that I have cleared the width of the thing. So I know I want it to be just a quarter inch in from the edge of the fold. So I'm going to eyeball that, making sure I don't move it. And that's good. And I need a second piece. I'm going to reuse these pieces throughout this process. So I know that I want it to be over 3 of these at least. So about an inch and a quarter. Sorry, inch and 3/4. Said that wrong. And I don't quickly measure it to make sure I got it right. Nope, over a little bit more. You don't have to be this exact. I just eyeballed about how wide I thought I needed to be. Okay. Now I have my stencil, which has gotten away from me. Where did I put it? So I have the stencil that has all these numbers on it, and I thought this really ties in very well with the design that I'm doing. So I'm going to need to bring in a piece of paper for this. And I'm going to just put the stencil down about where I need it to be. And it doesn't matter which way the numbers are going, but I'm trying to have them going straight up. And I need another piece of tape to hold the stencil in place so it doesn't move. So I'm just going to use some painter's tape for this. And I'll just tape it to the tape. It's important that the stencil doesn't move throughout this process because it will ruin the effect. So I think that's enough. I'm going to be a little bit extra generous because I really don't want this to move. Okay. Now I'm bringing my blender tool book and pull out the blender tools that I need, the sponges. I have a video showing how to make this book, and I really refer to it a lot. I love it. It's really, really helpful. Please check out that video if you get a moment. And I'm also going to take a moment and put a glove on. Okay. Now I'm starting with the wild honey. And with this stencil, I know that I have to be really careful so as not to make the edges buckle up. So it's a tapping and twisting motion, focusing on the area between the tape and being careful not to get any ink anywhere except between the tape. Okay, and I want to make it a little bit heavier on the edges and a little bit lighter in the center. And that's just the way I decided to do it. There's no real reason for it. Okay. And now I'm going to do the same with the fired brick. But the fired brick, I'm going to focus on the edges. And I want it to be a little bit heavier toward the end. And now I'm taking the honey and blend it out so that there's a little bit of a transition between the two colors. Okay. Now I will just take off the tape carefully. I think I'll take the stencil up first. There we go. And I clean this off once you're finished, but since I'm going to be using it 2 more times, I'm not going to clean it just yet. But you have to be careful because it will be covered with ink. And if you touch anything, you'll get it all over your project. So I pull back the tape, and I'm going to reuse the tape also. And there we go. And this will be the same method for all of them. It's just the card will be assembled a little bit differently. Okay. Okay, now from this point on, I'm just going to let the video run, and please enjoy the music. I decided to go and make another color version of this card. That's a little bit of extra content. This is broken china and dusty Concord, and instead of gold I have silver washi tape. So let me show you real quick how I made this panel, but it is the same steps as the others. And that's the finished cards. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I didn't notice when I was making the second video that I was showing the third card instead of the second card, but I hope you picked up on that. So this was the one layer simple design. This is the stepped up design, which has matting on it and a little sticker, and this is the blinged out stepped out version. Thanks for watching. I hope you will subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'm going to be giving one set of each to a person who gives me a comment on the video down below. So instead of getting just one card, you can get three. All three can be yours. Please leave a comment and pass the word, subscribe to my channel, and let all your friends and everyone know that I'm making card videos. And even if you're not into cards, it still can be very enlightening, and I hope you find it interesting. I'd like to thank my brother David for the music that he provides. As always, it really brings life to what I'm trying to do here, and I really appreciate it. I'd like to also thank my granddaughter Jade, who's being very nice and very quiet while I'm making my videos. You may have heard the little clickety click in the background, and she's playing a video game, but she's being really sweet. So I wanted to make note of that and thank her for it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care.